This is Houston. We are go for launch.
30. "19 seconds to go. Give me a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Welcome to LoveLine. LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
I don't approve of it.
LoveLine, the world's therapy couch since 1984. LoveLine. Dr. Drew Pinsky, medical doctor, philosopher, philanthropist, certified addiction specialist, the king of transformational media. Mike Catherwood, a former addict, current fitness guru, the ringmaster of the psychosexual addictive personality Big Top. LoveLine, and a cavalcade of ladies who just happen to be dating, relationship, and life experts, who are not only smart, they're pretty damn good to look at.
Tonight. LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191.
Yes. Get on with it.
Hey, everyone. Yeah, buddy. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number to call us here in the LoveLine studios. How's everyone doing?
Adequate.
I wasn't talking to you two. I meant the audience.
Oh.
So wherever you are listening, just shout out your window, like the dude network. But say, I'm doing fine, Michael.
It's a timely reference.
Thank you, Dr. Drew. No, of course, I'm just joking. Emily Morse is here from sexwithemily.com and the lovely Sex with Emily podcast over there on Podcast One alongside the Mike and Dr. Drew show. Dr. Drew, how are you?
Good.
Good. Emily?
I'm good. I'm great.
I'm not good. Is I have to get up at 5 in the morning to take a flight.
Yeah.
I just did this. Yeah, I did that today.
That's balls.
Do you know why that happened? I've done like 9 podcasts
today.
Yes.
Exactly. You can go back and forth.
Yes.
We either do the Mike and Drew show in this studio Sundays or Monday nights, and inevitably when we do the podcast right before the show, I come on and just start dropping bombs.
Right. Happens.
Just start dropping bombs. Emily,
Yes.
you look good, and you
thank you.
recently had a little TV action with the Kris Jenner show.
I did. We both had dual action with the Kris Jenner show. Yeah, it was great. It was great doing the show.
I was on the show too, but I was not debuting a new product.
That's true. I have a new product called Emily and Tony. You can go to emilyandtony.com. There are 3 products. There is a massage candle, which is amazing because you could use it with your partner. It turns into this luxurious massage oil. It's beautiful. And then a lubricant, a personal lubricant.
Wait,
it's
no,
all vegan, natural free. Yes.
Let me stop you there. The candle, if you melt the wax onto someone, becomes a massage oil.
So it's not waxy.
That's
so you
awesome.
It's awesome.
That
you
is
can use it just as massage. And I want to bring you guys next week. I'll bring you some.
Drive home and get some
But
right
here's
now.
the best thing. I should. I'm going to go.
No,
I'm out.
next week.
So here's the best thing.
Hold on.
Yes.
Next week, in an attempt
I'm going to give you a
even-
massage.
Yes, you are. I'm gonna.
Is that what you were gonna say? I know you
You're
still
gonna
will.
melt some of that stuff on me, and it's gonna be great for the live stream, and it's gonna be great for your product.
It's so hot. You'll love it. It's amazing. So everyone's got to tune next week. But the best part is called Down Under Comfort. This is our 3rd product, and it's actually a lotion for men. It's cream to a powder that men keeps their balls fresh and dry. I'm just gonna put it out
just
there.
throw it
That's
out
what it
there.
does.
Cream to a powder.
So-
It sounds like paper mache.
Yeah, exactly. No, but here's the thing. A lot of men use talcum powder, right? To
I
keep
do.
fresh.
I personally
You
do.
do? And it's messy. It goes all over the place. When you get hot. This creamed powder stays localized. It's amazing. I'll show it to you next week. And just to change your ball's life.
It will change my balls' life.
Yes. EmilyandTony.com. Check it out. And check out my podcast and all that stuff. That's what I got to say about that.
Anyway, the reason I dropped that big expletive was I have to fly at 5 in the morning.
Where are you going?
Boston.
So if you're flying at 5,
Yeah.
what time do you get up?
No, I'm flying at 7. I got to go.
Oh, okay, okay. But that's still balls.
And by the time you get home from here, you're going to have
Then I get to drive to New Hampshire, and then Kroll and I get to do a 2-hour show, and then sign autographs, then drive back to Boston.
I might be going to
God.
New Hampshire at the end of September. I can't really talk about it because it's for TV stuff.
Nice.
But
wow.
yeah,
Top secret.
Amazing.
Where?
yeah, it's very cool. I don't know.
It's top secret.
Yeah, very cool. Anyway,
Manchester? Or you don't know where?
I don't know. I can't talk about it.
Right.
1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. What I can talk about is our very, very pretty, very, very talented guest this evening. Her name is Brie Larson. 2 movies out right now that are really at the top of kind of the buzz out there in Hollywood, both for critical and commercial purposes. Short Term 12 and The Spectacular Now. Her role in Short Term 12, which opens actually this Friday, it's a really demanding. I mean, it's a really kind of. I mean, she's kind of a cutesy chick. I fell in love with her in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. But it's a really tough kind of thing to dive into for a girl like her. So I'm interested to see. But grand jury prize at South by Southwest.
Amazing.
3 or 4 other film festivals have lauded it as like the movie to see right now. So and her performance winning awards. So very excited to talk to the talented Brie Larson when she comes on. And then later tonight, this is for you, Emily.
Oh, tell me.
We want to talk to son of a bitch. Anderson and his weak podcast with Weak Sauce Mike Carano and all those people, they use this bootleg chair, and it's got me falling down practically.
I have not used that chair. You pulled that chair. I use the blue one that you're reaching for right now.
It's an impossibility.
Nope.
Then why is there like weak microphones all over every son of a bitch?
How you doing, Mike? Take a few deep breaths. You look good down there.
I was in such a good mood.
I know. Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I never know with you.
I know.
Right.
Anyway, Brie
Tonight's-
Larson, and then later, the open forum. People who don't perform oral sex.
It's my favorite topic in the whole world.
Yes.
Because there are many people who don't perform oral sex.
Both men and women.
Men and women.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's your favorite topic in the whole world?
one of them. Because I have to say, I just feel like there are men. I'm just going to speak from a perspective of dating men who don't like oral sex, and I have a problem with they're not my guy. There's a lot of women who might not like getting oral sex performed, and they're fine. But I think there's men who just don't like the vagina, and they're straight men who like.
We talked
I
to a
don't
guy
want
last night who just said he
no,
flat out doesn't like his
it. Like,
girlfriend's
they're like,
vagina.
I want to have sex with it. Like, I don't have my penis in it, but I don't want to actually go down there, get to know it, know what's going on. And those guys, they're not my guys.
Oh, that's crap. They belong.
And then there's women who don't like oral sex.
That's
True.
crap.
Absolutely.
You should
Giving
See?
you mean or receiving?
Giving and receiving, the whole
should-
thing, all
listen.
around. I love this open forum. Like,
I know.
I can't wait.
But I can't hold back. You see, with the open forum, you're not supposed to judge people or like and I can't
Right.
stop here. I'm going to get right there, be throwing those
Yeah, let's get ready to turn
stones.
his mic off.
But don't you think it's like tomatoes? Like for guys who don't like vaginas, like you can't convince them. You can't be like, oh, if you don't like
No.
tomatoes, you don't like tomatoes.
You're
like,
right.
You're like, you're
I
like,
can't
oh, you know
convince
what?
them.
I never liked the vagina, but I'm gonna love it now.
Listen,
you can't convince them.
You think you think like a broad. I can't. You're right. I can't
I'm
convince.
sorry.
I
Therefore,
can't
he wants to-
convince-
Occupational
Listen to
hazard.
me. I can't convince them.
No.
So I should kill them.
Right, he wants to beat him up.
I should take
Right.
all women and men who don't perform oral sex, put them on an island, and murder them. Devin.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
What can we do for you?
I have a girlfriend, and I've had
Felicia
several
Island.
girlfriends in the past in this same situation, where I seem to find girls that I am not exactly physically attracted to, who I feel are less physical attractive, have less physical attractiveness than I do to other people. And
Okay.
I find myself dating them for a couple months and then not wanting to be with them anymore, and then having a hard time kind of hurting them. And
What? Whoa. Do you tell them that's why you're breaking up with them?
no, I'm nice about it. I say, well, it's distance or it's
Is that why all of a sudden you start becoming, their looks become problematic all of a sudden?
yes. Well, not all of a sudden. I just kind of know in the back of my head that it's a problem, but I just ignore it and say,
So-
"Oh, you're a really cool personality. You have a really cool personality, but you aren't exactly physically attractive."
See, I don't know if you're
So-
extra evolved or what's going on here? Extra evolved or extra devious, which is it's evolved to go, well, I'm not completely
Right.
shut down by this, and I can see this great person, and I'm going to date you. Versus, I don't want to be close to anybody, so I'm gonna have a time bomb set in this relationship at the beginning.
Exactly. You're going into it knowing why you're going to break up with them.
Exactly.
Not consciously, but
Well, it sounds like it's kind of
yeah, now it is.
semi-conscious.
It's somewhat consciously.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't do that.
My issue is that I seem to do it quite a bit, and I want to know how to stop.
Well, you're 21. How often are you doing this? Give us a ballpark estimate.
I've had 3 girlfriends in the last year, and I've done it to all 3 of them.
Okay, so start to date people you are actually attracted to.
Right.
It's very simple.
Do you find women that you're attracted to? Do you meet these women? When
I do
you're
not.
out?
I meet women that I'm unattracted to, and then I end up dating them. But I hardly ever meet women that I'm physically attracted.
Is that because you're just not putting yourself out there, or is that
Because you live in
or
Riverside?
you have too high a standard? What's the reason?
It's
They're not
that I
attracted to
have
you?
higher standards. I feel like my physical attractiveness is not to par with the people that I hang out with, mainly because I like a lot of nerdy things. I play a lot of video games. I play a lot of card games, Yu-Gi-Oh, stuff like that. And so the girls that I meet there aren't exactly attractive because of the girls that like to play video games, which is extremely stereotypical, and I understand very ignorant. But
No, listen, it's not. It's not. Listen. I can understand how it might be insulting to girls that are into that, but if by and large you find that the things that you do doesn't attract girls that are attractive to you, That's your opinion. It's not really all that insulting. It's just the way you look at it. It'd be like saying the type of hobbies I have do not seem to draw the type of people that are into rock climbing as well. I mean, it's just what you've
Just a
noticed,
fact.
and it's a fact. It's your observation, and who you date, dude, is perfectly like that is completely subjective. Like no one can sit and say this is the right girl for you. This is the right girl for you. You have to decide that on your own. So if you have come to the conclusion after all this time that the girls that you're hanging around with in exercise A are not the girl for you, then find exercise B. Like work in a couple yoga classes into your video game.
Okay.
Start
As
talking.
simple
Let's
as
just
that.
start doing something different.
How do I go about ending it with the girl that I'm with without hurting her too much?
What have you done before? I mean, I wouldn't tell her you're not attracted to her, but I would just say, I think this run its course. How long have you guys been together?
It's been a very short time, about a month and a
Okay.
half.
Yeah, just tell her, right now you're not looking, it's not me, it's you. I mean, you're not looking for a relationship right now. That you think she's great, but you just, you're not ready to get into a relationship.
You don't have to get too. Here's the deal. And Emily, believe me, you're a relationship expert. So if I'm sounding ridiculous, just cut me
I'll
off.
let you know.
But you're 21 and you're single. I mean, you're not married. You don't have children. You don't have these things to kind of tie you down. You don't have responsibilities when it comes to relationships. So what you can do is say, look, for me, this relationship is not a positive. It's nothing against you as a person. It's just not going the direction I want it to go. And I'm very sorry, but I think it's best for both of us if we end things because I don't want to string you along in something that's unhealthy.
So basically the man way of doing it.
Yeah, there's no way
be
to
honest.
the biggest pussy thing you can do as a young guy, and a lot of young guys do this. I did it a couple times, and I'm so remorseful, and I feel so guilty of doing it. But this is the biggest pussy thing you can do. It is act like the biggest a-hole in the world in hopes that she will dump you.
I've done that.
I know.
I've done it.
So bad for doing it.
Too much. I mean, I've done do things. Whoa. Yeah.
I spilled.
Don't do that. Just be honest. Talk to her. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off. I know you're like, oh, when I see her, how am I going to have the conversation? Just say, you know what? I'm just feeling like you're great, and it's just not working for me right now.
All right, dude. You sound like a smart guy. You'll get
does
into
sound
it.
smart.
1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. Brie Larson. Her performance in Short Term 12 is getting buzz all over the place. So is the movie itself. She's also starring in Spectacular Now, a very highly talked about movie. She is incredibly talented, and she is a pretty young thing. We are going to talk to her next. She is our guest here on LoveLine.
Introducing Mask. Conceal any unpleasant tastes associated with pleasuring your man. Buy online at sexualflavors.com.
One call is all it takes. 1-800-LOVE-191. 1-800-LOVE-191. Start punching in the numbers now so you're ready when Loveline returns.
Tune in on Real Self-Knowledge.
One of the most talked about movies right now, Short Term 12. It opens this Friday, the 23rd, and star of the movie, the beautiful, the talented, the fetching, the amazing, Brie Larson.
Hey,
Brie Larson
Brie.
joins us.
Oh, thanks, guys.
So good to have you.
What a nice intro.
I mean it. I first really fell in love with you as an actress on in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, cool.
And I've noticed, like, I really analyzed your career. And, I'm being serious here.
I just imagine you on the internet just sitting
Oh,
there,
you
just
have
like
no
constantly.
idea. Mike on the internet is a whole nother show.
Quiet down, Emily.
Yeah.
Let's not freak her out too
Right,
quickly.
okay.
But I mean this. How do you, is it just a matter of dealing with being broke? Or how do you, as an actress, turn down certain roles, which I'm sure came your way, where you would probably pay the bills, but your entire career, you've really managed to work in only what I think are like really good movies.
Yeah.
Even when you did like major motion pictures, like 21 Jump Street. I thought 21 Jump Street was an awesome film. Like
Yeah, it is. I think
you
it
were
is
never
awesome, too.
forced as a young, kind of really pretty girl to do something just to kind of get by. And I wonder, how do you do that? How do you make it so that your entire margin of work has been like really kind of thoughtful, good stuff?
I think it's just because I cared about it. And I care about the messages that I'm putting out and what those movies represent mean more than I care about my face being anywhere.
Right.
So it seems kind of easy at that point.
But was there times where you needed
Yeah,
the money?
I should have seen my bank account at the end of last year. It was really sad.
Yeah.
I felt creatively satisfied, but I felt terrified at the same time. But I think that's part of being an artist, is it's not always luxurious all the time, but
Yeah.
it feels right. And it's just priorities. I don't have a problem. I mean, I ate cereal at the end of last year a lot, and I was also taking home, like this movie Short Term 12, I had to take a lot of craft service home, and I'm fine with it.
Right.
I'm fine with it. That's part of it.
Yeah, because
I enjoy it in a way.
It pays off now. I mean, because you're really on the precipice of being that next big actress. I mean, because when you line up two movies like Spectacular Now and Short Term 12, kind of right, back to back, that says a lot about you as an artist, like you said. I mean, putting the art
That's
before
cool.
the commerce.
Yeah. I mean, and I hope to continue to still be like that. I mean, it's nice that now that I've been doing press for the film that, they sent me a town car to come here, and that's quite nice.
Yeah, that's gotta be cool.
It's kind of fun. I mean, that stuff is fun, but I feel a little bit like Little Orphan Annie in a way. Like, to do a movie that's so small, and then at this point to be, meals bought for you is kind of funny.
Yeah.
And surreal.
And it's got to feel strange, actually awkward, right?
It feels
at points, yeah.
strange. It feels really strange. I have a hard time because I'm just used to being kind of a loner homebody, and doing projects that no one pays attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm in a movie that's like a Scott Pilgrim, which is a bigger movie, or 21 Jump Street, but I'm not the lead of it.
Sure.
It doesn't live or die because I'm in it. I'm just a piece of the whole.
I made an assumption, though, that you get scripts probably sent your way or asked to audition for roles that probably are better money and bigger picture, but they don't. So you do. You have to turn down stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's really, that stuff has been really hard.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a TV show. Pilot season comes around, and what's crazy about it, too, is that it's all moving at this really intense pace, and that's the part that gets really tricky. Is everybody thinks that things are the most important thing that's ever happened, and that if you don't make this decision of yes or no that you're going to do a TV show for the next 7 years of your life in New York by lunch, then the world's going to explode, and you'll get caught up in it. And next thing I know, I'm like, curled up in a ball, hysteria in my head, going, "What? I don't know what to do." And then you realize, well, I mean, does the rest of the world really care? I mean, does this decision really have to be done by lunch? No. None of it really... it's terrible when you have to make decisions when you're not ready to make a decision. And there have been a lot... I just can't be a liar. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't... I wouldn't feel comfortable, and I can't imagine... I just can't imagine doing that.
I think a lot of it has to do with, and again, I'm just speculating now, is that when you get into the business, when you decide you want to be an actress or an actor, your motives for doing that right at the start really kind of dictate where you're going to go from there. I mean, because I'm sure there's a lot of people, and I'm not in any way saying this, to be pejorative, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like, I just want to be a movie star. I could care less about the work. I just want to be big,
Famous,
rich, and famous, and be in
Totally.
movies and be on TV. And that's cool. But if you decided probably at a very young age that you wanted to be an actress to kind of fulfill, to scratch that artistic scratch, it's a whole different kind of outlook on things.
Yeah, and especially if you have a moral compass and an intellect, it's very difficult to continue being an actress. And I say that with like quotes around it. And so through all of the no's and the questioning and the times when people have asked me to audition again, and she was great, but can she wear a jean miniskirt? Those are the times when you have to start to question yourself and go, well, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Because yes, this is something that I strangely wanted to do as a child, but that's a child. That's different than an adult. And this is my life. And as far as this Brie and this body goes, this is my one shot to do it. So what can I do to fulfill my life? What makes me happy? And it's just these certain things that I won't participate in, which has made my career take a little longer to feel comfortable. But I'm okay with it because I feel proud of it.
Even though it took a little longer, it's probably that much more gratifying.
These last couple of weeks have felt so wonderful because it does feel like a whole life of making decisions all kind of coming together into one thing, and I can stand proud and feel like I stood my ground. And now is the even more difficult part of now really standing my ground, even though things change, things get different. And I think it's an interesting thing. I've actually been watching a lot of like documentaries and things on just artists in general, from Picasso to Leonardo da Vinci, of what happens. Like there's the artist who's kind of, chipping away in his studio, and he's struggling and he's trying to, come up with what's his big thing. Mm-hmm. And then someone points it out and says, oh, that's brilliant. I love that. And then a few more people go, oh yeah, me too. And then the artist blows up, and then what happens when the artist becomes observed? Yeah. How does that change the art that the artist is actually doing? Because it's different. It's different, just like any experiment. It's always different once there's somebody else in the room. And
it works on every level. I mean,
exactly.
To morning radio potty jokes to like you said, Leonardo da Vinci. On any level, anytime you're trying to do something creative, you take a whole different look at it when people are paying attention to it.
Absolutely.
It really is a whole different thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it would be ignorant of me to try and just completely tune it out and just go la 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 and act like it doesn't exist, because it does. But then what do you do? And I don't know. I've been a big fan of writing letters to my future self, and because there are things that I feel like I have insight of now that I might lose later. We all have these great moments of epiphany, and then a year later we're struggling and we're like, why didn't I remember that thing that I was so happy then? So I've been writing letters to my future self, which has been very helpful.
That's a great piece of advice.
No problem.
We got so much to talk to with our guest. Brie Larson, Short Term 12 is the movie, opens this Friday. August the 23rd. Monica, thank you for calling LoveLine.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm on the air.
Yes, you are.
Oh, usually you guys give me a heads up only because I've called before. But anyways, I love you guys. I haven't called in a while. I just moved back to San Diego, and most of the time I listen to you guys, and you guys give me a lot of insight.
Well, thank you, Monica.
My whole thing is it's an old issue that has happened to me a while back. A girl had broke my window in high school, and now I work downtown in the night industry, and she keeps popping up. And yesterday, I had finally confronted her about it, and I just don't know what it is that I just can't get over it. So I feel like I need a little insight or a little something to make sense of it.
And you said this is a girl who kind of started screwing with you in high school?
In high school.
And you're 23 now, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, ladies, I'm going to turn to you because I think it's a whole different thing to decompress as a guy.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying you've anger with this same. So do you have anger issues in other parts of your life, or just with this one woman you just can't bear the hatchet?
Honestly, I am a pretty forgiveful person. Like, I really don't like holding grudges, and I think it's like when I confront
So you're
her about
forgetful?
it. No, not
She forgets her grudges.
Oh, forgiving.
I'm
Forgiving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Forgiving.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really not one to hold a grudge. Like, a lot of things have happened to me in my life, and I've learned, like, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm going to let it go. And just for some reason, I just cannot let this one go. It's just like you came to my house and you disrespected my home.
Okay, so you see this woman? You see this woman around? You still see her? You run into
I
her?
work downtown, and I have to, you know, like, be respectful. I have to do customer service. And like I said, yesterday I confronted her about it, and she was, she's calm about it. And then all of a sudden, when her friends come or anything, she wants to kind of, like, just blow up.
Sounds like you got to change your mindset around this. I know it's easier said than done, but really it's like either you try to talk to her one-on-one without her friends around and you're like, let's have lunch, let's discuss it. I mean, like, I feel like there's something else going on here, that it's not just like that it represented something for you, like a turning point in your life. Was there some kind of reason why she broke your windshield? I don't think it's just about that.
It wasn't my windshield. It was my house window.
All right.
Okay, your house
Okay.
window.
Either way.
Whatever
it's
it is.
vandalism and
yeah, but it sounds like there might be something deeper going on that it represented to you in your life. Like, what was going on at that time? Why did she do that?
At the time, like, it was just petty high school things. Like, it was like over a guy, which to me, like, is stupid.
Right.
Yes.
It should have never happened.
Yeah, listen, Monica, I got to cut you off.
Okay.
You can sit here and say it's stupid and it was petty and those, but it's still holding a very tight grip on you. Okay? So as stupid as sophomore it may seem, it still got you all riled up. And I got two ways of looking at this, and both are very, potent for this situation. One, in just logistics, it's 2013. You can't fight back. You'll go to jail. You throw a punch, you even grab her hair, you're done. Okay? So just take that. Say in a more like conceptual idea, think about when we killed Osama bin Laden. And I don't mean we, because I'm not on SEAL Team 6, but I meant America. Kills Osama. They, by all people's view, could have just like trampled on his body and they pulled out the urination. But no, they did a very traditional Muslim burial. Why? Because then you don't lose. Then you take the high road. You don't want to pander and go down to this girl's level. She's coming to your work. She's busting your chops. You got to take the high road.
Now to her work?
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes to my work, and that's the whole thing. It's just like...
Wait. How old were you when this happened?
I was in high school.
How old were you?
I want to say 10th grade.
You were 16.
You were 15. You were 15 years old. You're a 23-year-old adult now. If you continue to preoccupy about this, that is stalking behavior. That you're a stalker now. Now, if she's a stalker, you need to get protection, report her, take appropriate action. If you're the stalker, you need to get some help.
Well, no, that's the thing. She's coming to my work. I don't know where she lives. I don't.
She's
know
coming to work
where...
and harassing you.
She's kind of just there, and I feel like she does it on purpose, just because she knows that I work there.
Then you need to get a restraining order. If she's coming in and harassing you, get a restraining order.
Done. Boom. 1-800-LOVE 191 is the number. Later tonight during the open forum. Very interesting question. Do you not perform oral sex? If you're a boy, if you're a girl, and it's your line in the sand, you're not going to perform oral sex. We need to talk to you.
We really need
and
to
Emily
talk
and I
to
are going to yell.
We're going to listen.
No,
and
we're
then
not.
we might...
I'm going to yell. Emily Morse is here from sexwithemily.com. She's our special guest co-host. Very excited to have our guest this evening, Brie Larson from the movie Short Term 12. Also, The Spectacular Now is in theaters as we speak. This Friday, the 23rd, see Short Term 12, shortterm12.com, the official website. More with our guest, Brie Larson, straight ahead here on LoveLine.
Crazy Girl romance products are designed to be women and couples friendly. Why don't you take the next step and become wildly seductive, dazzling, and as daring as you want to be? Visit Crazy Girl at www.crazygirlproducts.com.
One call is all it takes.
Exactly.
1-800-LOVE-191. 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine's coming back.
away. I'll try to wake them anyway. I'll be screaming. Hey, hey, it's a costume, can't you see? It's just a costume. Look, it's such a pretty costume. And this costume party. Frail is that mind while being drained, and our lips that's replaced with nonsense. Believe those lies a little longer if they take you where you want to be. To me, it's all a mystery. To make believe in history, we'll be dancing. We'll be dancing on your grave. Hey, hey, it's a costume, can't you see? It's just a costume. Look, it's such a pretty costume. And this costume party. It's a costume party. It's just a costume party. It's a costume party. Let me see your face. Come on, let me see your face. Can't you see through all the lies and read the evil in disguise? It scares me what they're thinking behind those lying eyes. Hey, hey, it's a costume, can't you see? It's just a costume. Look, it's just a fucking costume. And this costume party, It's just a costume party. It's just a costume party.
Yes, very talented young lady. Miss Brie Larson joins us this evening here on LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. Short Term 12 opens tomorrow here on the West Coast, Friday the 23rd. You couldn't... I was talking about how people are talking about Spectacular Now and Short Term 12. There's so much buzz around them. You couldn't have played more opposite characters in those two movies. I mean, was it difficult? I even though they're coming out kind of close together, did you film them close together?
Yeah, I think we shot them about 3 weeks apart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was it helpful or was it hard to kind of, was it helpful to unwind with Short Term 12 with something, to take your mind off it? Or was it difficult to try to be comedic and funny and then try to be, in foster care?
I don't know. I think that it's really important for me to just continue to keep moving. Otherwise, I just linger too much on thinking about it. It's a terrible feeling when you're just trying to make these days. You're trying to get you get a certain amount of time to do a certain given scene, and it's a race. And you're going through this thing, and then all of a sudden you're wrapped and it's done, and then you walk away thinking, "Oh, I hope I did it," because I can't go back. You can't call everyone up the next day and be like, hey, you know what? I actually now understand how I was supposed to do it.
Sure.
So it is helpful, actually, to move on and have another character in another world to put your thoughts into. I mean, it's kind of a distraction in a way.
Did you have to really get involved in the world of foster care to prepare for the movie?
Yeah, I shadowed at a foster care facility, which was pretty incredible.
Yeah. I mean, was it hard to kind of remove yourself from it? Because I know, I mean, speaking anecdotally, there's times when we have shows that are a lot of like boner calls or like sexual dysfunction. And it's like I go home and I watch a couple Three's Company reruns on TV Land, and I'm fine. There's shows where we take 3 or 4 rape calls and molestation. It's like it's tough to kind of put it behind me. I mean, was it tough to go and really dig deep into kids that are in foster care and then be able to just go on with your life?
It was really difficult, and I just wasn't really expecting all that I saw.
Yeah.
And you go into it, and I think a lot of people go into it this way, thinking that you're going to be able to save the world and that you'll be the fresh eyes that can look at the system and understand what can be fixed with it. And I felt so many emotions by the time I got home, just like devastated, but I also felt kind of hopeful at the same time because it is beautiful in some ways.
Yeah.
In the same ways that it's beautiful, it's really devastating. And I felt really helpless.
I mean, working with kid actors has got to be one thing, but actually talking to, I'm assuming some of these kids that you were talking to in foster care were like really young.
Yeah, the place that I was at, I think they were anywhere from about 13 to, I don't know, 17. 18 you age out, so I don't think anyone was close to aging out.
But either that age, you know, when you're not an adult, kids can go, they're like chihuahuas. Like my chihuahua wakes up and can go 100 miles an hour right there. And kids can do that emotionally. Like they can talk about really dark stuff, but then they're ready to go like shoot hoops. Was that at all helpful to you as an actress to be able to kind of analyze people who can just really be so in control of their emotions?
Yeah.
Because adults don't do that.
Yeah, no, it's true. I experienced that more with the actor kids who are playing the foster kids because they're nothing like it. I mean, they in the opposite of extreme, they have great parents and are very outgoing and haven't experienced anything, as far as I know, like the kids that they're playing. But they had this incredible ability to just morph into this thing. You say action, and they turn into this other thing. You'd see kids. One girl, Caitlin Deaver, who she has a full meltdown temper tantrum where we have to restrain her. And she's just going crazy, screaming, cursing, crying. We're holding her. And then the second we yell, cut, she looks at us and wipes her tears and is laughing and asks if she could do it again.
Yeah.
It's incredible because for me, if I have to do something like that, it's like a whole process.
Sure.
To go in and to go out of it.
I mean, you've had the world, you know, you've experienced the world for too long to be able to just kind of shut that stuff off.
Exactly.
You know?
It's harder to pretend as you get older.
Yeah, it's tough. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. Again, shortterm12.com, the official website of the movie, which opens tomorrow here on the West Coast. That is Friday, the 23rd. Isaiah, hello.
Hello?
Hello, Isaiah.
Hi, I'm on the air. Crazy.
Yes, you are.
Crazy.
I just want to say something to Brie Larson. You're awesome. I loved you in 21 Jump Street.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you.
You're a jovial fellow there, Isaiah.
I had a question about, I was in a relationship for 2.5 years with another male, and I'm 23, he is 19. Recently, I met somebody else, and he found out. Now he's trying to come back into my life, and I was just wondering, what should I do? I mean, I want to go back to him, but I just want to be stupid.
Well, wait, if you want to go back to him, what's preventing you?
I'm scared of him doing something else again, because the reason why we left each other is because I caught him talking to somebody else.
Talking, or a little bit more than that?
From what I'm aware of, is just talking, but he was talking, like I got him that new Samsung Galaxy S4, and I would think like he's watching YouTube or Vivo, and he would text him at the same time while I was present in the room. You know what I mean?
So he was carrying on with somebody else.
Right.
Yeah, it's not
but he was 19.
Was he even 19? How long ago was this?
This is just 3 weeks ago.
Okay, 19. Yeah, don't.
Unless he had his birthday. We don't know when his birthday is.
No, he's gonna be 20 in a couple months.
But don't go back for that kind of trouble.
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
No.
That's what I keep thinking.
Don't do it then. I can understand if you have very strong feelings for people, and a lot of times people that provide chaos for us are like our feelings for them linger.
Well, the trauma bonding or the intensity of the relationship is something you get really attracted or really stuck with or addicted to, really. And there's a time in which you gotta not go back to that even when it's fun. And not only that, this guy really does not care about your feelings. I mean, it's massively disrespectful.
Egregious to do it right next to you. All right, thank you, Isaiah. Lexi, hello.
Hi.
Hi, Lexi.
Hi. Brie Larson, you're like awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
A lot of fans out there.
And the other night you guys mentioned something about how your callers never listen to you. They always talk over you. I've kind of been noticing that.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
It's
Emily
really bad.
talks over me all the time, too. Is it?
What?
Go ahead, Lexi. What's up?
Okay, so I have been in a relationship for 8 years. We just got engaged. It was a guy. I'm 24. We just got engaged December, and we just broke up just like 3 days ago. And I really miss him. I want to be with him, but he's a total workaholic. I mean, like, we don't even have like couch date nights, you know?
How old's he again?
He's 24.
You're both 24. All right.
We've been together. We're high school sweethearts.
Okay.
And his family is very, very distant from me. They haven't wanted to really make any desire to, be close to me. My family loves him. My brother's his best friend. It's a hard situation, and I don't really know what to do. I know that we're broken up, but we always end up back together, and I don't know how to deal with it.
I will let Emily, this is Emily's territory, but I will say a 24-year-old guy who's a workaholic, Lexi, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Drew, as a guy who's incredibly ambitious, and
I
has
didn't
made
come home from
age
of 23 to about 31.
Oh, that's comforting.
I mean,
it's just the way it goes.
It's the way I destroyed my first marriage mostly because I wasn't present physically and emotionally because I was just so devoted to my career. I never had anything good in my life, and then someone patted me on the back and said, "Here's a job and a career and a life," and I just was so laser focused. There was nothing else in my way.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way. We're all workaholics sitting here.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. But is that really the only reason? So he's never home. He doesn't pay attention to you. Like, what happens? Like, how did this manifest exactly? Like, what was the final straw why you broke up this time?
We're just so distant, and then when he is home, he's not very pleasant to be around, and he kind of just nags on me about things, and it's just, I don't know, I just can't really deal with it. It's just like, you're never home, so how can you sit here and talk to me like that?
Right. I mean, it sounds like he's not filling your love language, speaking your love language, as they say. He's not taking care of your needs right now, and that you need. And you've been together 8 years. It's a really long time, and you're only 24 years old. I think it might be time to break this. Just like our last caller, it's hard. You get addicted. This is a guy you've been with for a long time, but I think it's time to move on.
Yep. Bree, you're a hardworking person. Are you in a relationship? And if so, how do you navigate that? I mean, because it's tough, right? I mean, if you put your career as paramount,
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful thing, though, for both people to feel good about themselves individually. But if the two, as good individuals separately, can't support each other in that way, then it's not really worth it.
All right, Lexi, you heard from all of us. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. Good luck, young lady. A young woman, Emily says, that she keeps getting men who want her to be the other woman. That's it. That's the only type of guys that she's with. You can definitely help her out, right?
Yes, I can.
That will come up next, and we are still here with Brie Larson, star of Short Term 12. This movie won the Grand Jury Prize at South by Southwest, amongst other film festival awards, and her role and her performance is being highly lauded. She is very talented, and we're happy to have her. ShortTerm12.com, the official website. Remember, later tonight, if you are one of those damn communists who doesn't provide oral sex for your loved ones, and I mean significant others.
We're going to talk to you. We're going to be nice.
All right. I should not judge.
No.
If you do not like to provide oral sex,
it's a free country.
We want to hear from you during the open forum. My friends, it's LoveLine.
This is LoveLine.
It's a groovy way of relaxing.
Sit tight. LoveLine's coming back.
race to the door, try to regain composure before I explode. As she gets in her car, it doesn't seem like we are apart. But that's all on my side. She can't let on. She's been stuck in my head for ever so long. She's in my dreams. But when I open my eyes, I'm alone, though it seems like she's here. Still stuck in California California time. I'm holding my breath till I'm blue, and I'm thinking if she only knew, she would laugh. But she's better than that. A simple smiling reaction will show at the end of the night. She can't let on. And she's been stuck in my head for ever so long. She's in my dreams. But when I open my eyes, I'm alone, though it seems like she's here. She can't let on. I've been thinking about her for ever so long. Still stuck in California time. She can't let on. She can't let on. She can't let on. She can't let on. She can't on.
One 800 LOVE 191 is the number. Very excited to have Brie Larson in the studio this evening as our guest, as well as Sex with Emily's own Emily Morse.
Yes, good to be here.
She, not to be outdone by Brie's amazing performance in Short Term 12. Which
I hope I am.
Emily has ball powder that is going to make, it's going to change.
Go to emilyandtony.com.
And I quote, Emily said it's going to change your ball's life.
It's going to change your ball's life. It's true. It is true. A lot of men, they sweat down there. They feel uncomfortable. They don't even know if they do. But women know.
Brie is looking at Emily in total disbelief.
I know.
I
Like, is
can't
this
believe
for real?
Really, you're talking about ball powder?
Yeah, I am. Well, I created 3 products. I did.
Yes.
I did. It's
This
to
is
stop
incredible.
sweating.
It's
It's
so
vegan.
big of you to do this.
Cream to
It's not
powder.
even your problem. That's
It's
so
not even my
selfless
problem,
of
but you know what? It is my problem, and it's your problem
It's
too.
her problem when she
and we are
unzips
going
every
to
once in a
change the
while.
world. When I what?
When you unzip some guy every once in a
Exactly,
while.
it is
and
our
He's gonna
problem,
change
actually.
the world one testicle at a time.
Yeah,
Yes,
wow.
I am changing the world.
Okay, so
That's
tell me
good.
about these.
That's my
Tell me
tagline.
about these products.
Okay, I wish I had them with me next week. Well, I'll send them to you. So it's called
Next week,
Emily
what are you
Tony.
doing?
I'm bringing you. I'm pouring massage oil all over you.
That's right.
And rubbing it in.
That's
I
right.
can't wait.
I'm going to help promote your product. That's
I know.
all.
I love it. You're so cute.
Yeah, thanks.
We're gonna give one every, but it's a cream that a lot of men use talcum powder, like Mike. I heard tonight.
Yeah, I do.
I've never seen him do it, but apparently it gets all over the floor. They use it because they sweat. They want it to be fresh and dry. It's carcinogenic, actually, talc. So
Okay.
if you use this cream to powder, it's vegan based, and it says localized. You rub it on, and it smells amazing. It's fresh. It's like a fresh, clean scent for men, and you don't sweat. You can use it, and women can use it under their breasts, their lower back, their feet. But it's called Down Under Comfort. It's mostly for men, but you could use it.
So it's like
where
ball
you sweat.
deodorant.
It's ball deodorant.
That's incredible.
Yes, it is incredible.
Ball
What a
deodorant
world
actually,
we live in.
Yeah, ball deodorant actually the side project that Brie and I are starting. It's a jazz trio. We put it together. We'll be playing the troubadour later this evening.
And
Clara.
a lubricant we got. Okay. Anyway.
Ball deodorant. Clara,
It
thank
is
you for
the all
calling
deodorant.
LoveLine.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I guess I'll just start right with it.
Please do.
The last it's actually in the last few months, I've noticed that I have been the object of affection for guys who are taken. And I'm not sure why I'm getting targeted for this.
Now let's clarify. Do you attract them, or are they attractive to you and you tend to meet them?
Most of them are my friends, and then they have a relationship, and all of a sudden I realize that they're trying really hard, or even overtly obvious, to try to get me to fool around with them, and they don't want me to tell their girlfriends. It's just like an understanding that they think that I would go for it.
Right. I find it interesting that you think this is happening to you and that you're not playing a role in it. Kind of like you're the victim, but I feel like you're putting yourself out there in these situations, and it keeps happening to you. You got to look at the common denominator.
Well, it's true, and
you.
like 2 of them I haven't known very long. One of them I knew for longer, and it still happens. And I honestly, I'm not quite sure why, because I'm not, particularly slutty or insecure or anything.
But are you flirty with them? Or are you talking to them about their problems and what's going on with their relationship? So they're opening up to you emotionally, and then they get in a fight with their girlfriend. You guys are drinking, and then they try to kiss you.
I'm interested in hearing about anybody's problems. I'm really flirty with everybody in the whole world.
Oh, well, there you go.
Personality.
All right. Well, that's why.
There you go. You're a flirt, and they take that as, I'm having problems at home. I've been with my wife for 3 years, and we, sex isn't great, and they want to.
And also, do you work in an industry where you're surrounded, in a certain industry that you're particularly surrounded by douchebags? Like, do you work like?
No, I'm a nurse. No, I'm not. How did I do this?
Damn,
And who's
foiled
it-
again.
And who's hitting on you?
My friends, people that I hang out with socially.
Are your friends
But people
douchebags?
that I also know their girlfriends. Like, we're in a mutual group, and all of a sudden I realize I'm getting tugged to the side a whole lot more lately, and then they'll try to, and I'm like, fun stuff, funny, and they're like, no, really, we've been having a lot of problems, and we broke up, and just give me a kiss and stuff like that, and I'm thinking they don't want. Like, the second the group is around again, they're automatically like, oh, this was hush-hush.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Just don't give in to their demands. Don't be submissive.
Had they broken up with their girlfriend?
No, pretty much none of them
Okay,
have,
look,
or else
don't
they wouldn't have been wanting
be better with your boundaries.
Yeah.
Be better with your boundaries. You want to know what happens when you get bad boundaries? Look at Andrea Snyderman. You know who she is?
No.
She got in prison for perjury. She got sucked. She got fooling around with her boss a little bit. Claims nothing was going on, but was really in sort of inappropriate settings and kind of inappropriate touching. But he was just my friend. He became bipolar. He became obsessed with her. Killed her husband. Now she's indicted for murder and perjury.
Jeez.
Well, she should.
Whoa,
Holy
wait,
mackerel.
take
Quite
it
the
down.
example.
Yeah.
But and then they probably didn't have an affair, but just
Right.
bad boundaries. You put.
I think you're so
bad
right. It is boundaries. It is boundaries.
Would you say I have bad boundaries with our phone screener, Krista?
I say you have no boundaries.
Jeremy, well, let's hold on now. I don't touch her.
You between you and your cloaca, there's no boundary.
Jeremy, hello. Thank you for calling LoveLine.
Hi, guys. What's up?
What up? What can we do for you?
Okay, well, I'm currently dating a girl. I've been dating her for like over a year. And she has been intimate with the current boyfriend that my sister's dating, but like years ago.
Hold on. Wait. That's a confusing little tree.
She was dating your sister's boyfriend years ago.
No. My sister's boyfriend, she's been with him.
Yeah, that's what Drew said.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Never mind. Okay, so what can we do for you?
Well, I don't know. I kind of have a problem with it. I can't help but think of them together, and just bother me. It just bothers me.
Okay.
So, I mean,
seems like that's the answer then.
I have serious feelings for her, but should I just get over it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Bree, what do you think? I mean, if he can't get over it,
I mean, I think it's kind of that you answered it yourself.
You
there,
either get
Jeremy.
out, you either get over it or leave.
Yeah.
It's a choice. You have a choice here. I mean, do you see them flirting? Are they going off into the kitchen together and doing something? Are they sneaking? Yeah, no.
No,
I don't know why the kitchen. I'm picturing them all in the living room
No,
hanging out,
no,
and they
not
go to
the
the kitchen
kitchen.
and get a drink. I don't know, but I think if nothing's happening, I get it. Like men have a hard time when they see another penis, like a penis. Like, oh, that penis was with my girl. Like it's hard.
Yeah.
You
Where
have to
the
see
penis has been,
Where
yes.
the penis has been. My penis was where your penis was, and they can't get over another penis. Like I think that's just with men. Like they're like that, and
Sure.
I totally get it, Jeremy. I mean, I don't have a penis, but I can understand. I have penis sympathy, and so
Honestly, yeah, that's a little gross.
it's a little gross,
But,
right?
Yeah, I'm sure I think of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, it's
It's the way it
sentiment.
is.
You got
Yeah,
it.
it's not
you
gross.
love
She's
this girl.
describing how you
Yeah,
feel.
Exactly. So I think that happens, and you have to make a choice. If you can't get past it, then you got to end it. But if you can just be like, you know what, I'm going to move on. I'm going to befriend this guy. We're all, it's your sister's love.
Yeah, you got to remember, there's a reason why they're not together anymore, and it's your
Well, it was
It's your
just a one-time
responsibility,
thing.
Jeremy. It's your responsibility to get over it.
Oh, it's
If
a
you-
one-time thing, he said, too.
Either way, if it was a one night stand, it's your responsibility to get over it. It's not your girlfriend's fault, and it's not this guy's fault. They did this before they even knew you were a part of the picture. So you have the responsibility. It's on your shoulders to get over it, or decide that you can't and move on. Because to torture your girlfriend with it is absolutely unacceptable.
No, I haven't been torturing her with it.
Okay, but either way,
He's torturing himself.
He's
which is
torturing
bad,
yourself,
too.
yes. 1-800-LOVE-191. Our guest is Brie Larson from the movie Short Term 12, which opens tomorrow, the 23rd. Do you have a particularly early morning, Brie?
I don't. I'm just getting some moles removed around 1.
Okay. Would you like to stay for the open forum about oral sex?
Oh my gosh. Do I have to say anything about it?
You don't have to. No, you can just sit back and...
I'll just sit back and enjoy.
Brie Larson is our guest. Again, shortterm12.com, the official website of the movie, which again opens up tomorrow. It's very, very highly critically acclaimed. 1-800-LOVE-191. Call us up right now. It's the open forum. Our topic, do you not give oral sex? We want to know if you do or don't and why. And Emily and I will try to behave ourselves.
We will.
1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. It's LoveLine.
It's time for you to give us your opinions and insight.
Mother has old-fashioned ideas.
Well, I don't approve of it.
Here's tonight's open forum.
1-800-LOVE-191. I'm learning so much about
in this
guys.
room. Just in this room.
In this room with our guest Brie Larson and her publicity team. We're learning so much about. There are cultural applications to tonight's open forum. We want to know if you do not give oral sex.
I think you would still say that even if it's culturally biased or culturally...
I still want to hear.
you would also
still wanna
still
know.
say it sucks.
Yeah.
Just the way if your culture said you eat small children for breakfast, it sucks.
Yeah.
But okay.
Here's my thing. I think a lot of times, Brie was mentioning that they did. It was an arc in The Sopranos about it, and I know that like a lot. I'm not going to make the generalization. Black guys don't go down on chicks, even though it's a massive stereotype. And I've said it on the air, and then we immediately got calls from these black guys who are like, "I love it." So,
Right.
But it's in a lot of rap songs about how they don't do it.
Right.
And if you look at The Sopranos, you look at other cultures, and you look at like rappers, I think it's a macho thing where they feel like the woman's getting over on
Right.
them. You know, they're like, I'm not going to do that because I'm being submissive. So I think it's like a macho thing. But that's neither here nor there. If you are a man or a woman and you don't give oral sex, I want to know why.
Right. It could be the macho thing. It could be like they tried it and they didn't like it. I want to know that too. Like, did you have a bad experience and then you can never go back?
Yeah. Emily Morse is here, by the way. She is our special guest co-host from sexwithemily.com, and she's got exciting new products to unveil. And our guest this evening from the movie Short Term 12, opening tomorrow, Brie Larson. Brie, do you have an official Twitter account or anything that I can promote?
No, I don't have social media.
Good call. Good call. If you can pull that off, it's a good call. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. Let's start off with Ruby. Ruby Soho, you do not provide oral sex?
Yes, I just called. I don't give oral sex
Why?
because my husband's the first person I've been with, but before that I went out with this guy who made me.
Oh.
By the way, that trauma around it is the acceptable answer.
All right. We'll give Ruby.
Yes.
We'll give Ruby,
Ruby gets a pass. Ruby gets a pass.
I agree. If there's some trauma surrounding any type of sexual act, I can understand you kind of writing that one off. Is your husband understanding?
Well, he doesn't know.
Well, he knows that you don't give him blowjobs.
You should tell him why. He might think.
Believe me,
you don't love
Ruby,
him.
he's aware that he does not get blowjobs.
Yeah, I mean, I try to do it as much as I can, but I mean, that's why I don't do it that much.
That's fine. You should tell him.
Yeah, you should be open with him, and then he'll have probably a lot better time accepting that. Do you make up for it in other ways? Or are you like really giving in other sexual arenas?
Yes, I mean, I try to do as much as I can. I mean, I always try to dress up for him, even when he's not expecting it.
Nice, very nice. I don't know if I should go there, Drew. Well,
What?
you know where I'm going.
Do it. I always say Mike.
Well, I figured like in Long Beach, when they close one port, they'll open up another one.
Uh-huh.
And I want to know, since Ruby's closed off one port of her body, if she's going to open up a separate.
Good question.
Ruby, is anal on the menu for your husband?
Well, I've tried it.
There it is. That's all you can ask. That's all you
It's
can ask.
Anal Pleasure Month, too. August. There's just a few days left.
Yeah, you told me that last week, and
Sponsored by Good Vibrations in
I
San
took that
Francisco.
home to my wife, and she punched me in the eye.
That's what happened.
She physically punched
It's all
me in the
about
face.
anal pleasure this month.
Daniel, hello. Daniel, my brother, you are older than me. Do you still feel the pain of the scars that won't heal? Not a big Elton fan, Daniel. Do you provide oral sex, Daniel?
No, I do not give oral sex.
Why?
Why?
Well, a few years ago, I was dating my friend, and he ejaculated in my mouth, and it upset my stomach. And I guess I gave it before, but I no longer do it anymore. And my current significant other doesn't have a problem because they don't give it to me either. So it's fine.
Well, Daniel, I can understand like if the ejaculate didn't sit well with you, but why don't you provide oral sex but just not receive it in your mouth?
I just can't. Like, it's still like the pre-ejaculation is still there. Like the saltiness. It's all in my head. I just remember everything.
All right, fair enough. I guess that's a form of trauma, right?
Yeah.
So we got to.
He just doesn't like it.
We got to cut Daniel some slack. Tough
Very
one.
nice.
Joe, hello.
Hello.
Joe, tell us about your problems with oral sex.
Well, everything was great. I love providing my wife oral sex, but then, after a while, she just kind of quit chatting with me on it and he helping me out. So I can't return the favor. It's just kind of one of those things I stay away from now.
Oh, it's a political thing for you.
Well, they say a lot of women, I don't know if it's a stereotype again, that after you get married, women stop performing oral sex on their husbands.
Yeah, it was really weird. I mean, she at first it was kind of one of those things that she was really kind of open to, and after a while, it just kind of went away. So it just, I I don't know. I have to take a stand and stay next to it.
So does she want you to perform oral sex on her? You stopped doing it as well. Do you guys ever talk about this?
Well, we do, I guess, every once in a while. So, I mean, birthday or maybe anniversary or something, she might maybe in the last 7 years, one time maybe, but, on special occasions for her, I definitely try to go the extra mile. I'll do what I can, but I just don't stay there very long.
All right. Fair enough, man. Maybe, maybe, and Emily, as a relationship and sex expert,
yes.
Do you think that if Joe out of the blue started going in and like really committing himself to oral sex on her, that it might inspire him to get more receipts?
Yeah, perhaps. I don't know what her issues are and why she stopped doing it, but sure, that could always be where comes around goes around.
Yeah,
that could happen, Joe.
All right.
But I want to know, like, Joe, do you miss performing oral sex on your wife? Do you want to?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely one of those things that I don't want to be. I don't want to be a punk by any means. And so, exactly what you're talking about. Go ahead and just, I guess, bite the apple. Just be okay with it, and help her out a little bit.
Yeah, take the high road or the low road.
Yeah, absolutely. But I could say that being without just really sometimes, just depending on where the relationship is or whether or not we're fighting, it really kind of has me just kind of looking around. Not that I'm ever trying to cheat on her by any means, but it does kind of raise an eyebrow every once in a while.
I think this is something you guys need to talk about then.
Yes,
agreed.
You sound like a good dude, Joe.
It's going into bed.
I'm probably not gonna make any friends with my fellas out there, the fellas that are listening, and I'm not pandering, but I do think it's more important for guys to be committed to oral sex on their female partners than it is vice versa, because
that's the only way it's going to work.
We as men are going to orgasm.
Right.
Look, we're fine.
Right.
If we don't get BJs, we're still going to figure out a way to have an orgasm. Some women, a lot of women, that's really the only way it goes for them. Right. And that's the like supreme sexual experience. So if a guy just cuts that off, you're cutting off a whole chunk of like what she sees in pleasurable.
Don't you think guys are a little suspect that don't pay attention to that too? It's like a lot of men are it's important to them that their female partners have an important good experience.
I honestly look. I mean, how many calls do we take about female orgasm on the show? And I still think that reasonable, smart dudes. I mean, because look, reasonable, smart women don't even understand their own orgasm.
Right.
So there's how can like a lot of guys I don't think understand that a lot of women, the majority of women probably don't have vaginal penetration orgasms. They need direct clitoral stimulation. And so if guys don't know that, they think like, well, what do I need to fool around with this appetizer business? I'll just give her the prime time.
Exactly.
And everything, Heather, hello. Do you not provide oral sex?
No, I don't provide oral sex.
Why is that?
Well, I guess just the fact that it's a genital and urine comes out of it, and now I'm going to put it in my mouth. Like, the thought of that just grosses me out, and I can't wrap my mind around it.
Yeah, but okay.
How about does she receive it?
Yeah, do you receive oral sex?
Actually, because I can't, because I don't give oral sex, I refuse to receive it.
Do you have orgasms other ways?
I don't. Actually, I don't. I've never had an orgasm.
This is a mistake.
Oh,
This is a bad road you're traveling.
Yeah, you have a terrible sex life by your own decision making.
I'm afraid that, that it's not so much that I'll be obligated to return the favor, but it's just, because my partner doesn't even, none of my partners have ever, even pressured me about it,
Right.
But because I can't return the favor, I refuse to receive oral sex.
Well, maybe you might want to try it and see how it goes, especially if you haven't had an orgasm. I would just first start by just figuring out your own body.
Do you masturbate and receive orgasms?
I don't masturbate either.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, so
that might be something you want to start with.
We got a whole problem
we
with
don't
Heather.
have time tonight, right?
There's
Heather.
a whole thing with Heather that we can't even dive into. By the way, hold on. Heather, do you French kiss people?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Drew, you're a man of science. Wouldn't the mouth be a much larger bastion of funk and nastiness than a pee-pee?
Yeah, mouth bacteria are pretty bad.
Because
urine is quite sterile.
Pee is sterile.
Not going to kiss anymore.
I mean, a mouth has
Now
got to
you're
be
ruining her.
nasty.
Yeah, mouth is full of a lot of anaerobic bacteria, bad stuff.
There you go, Heather.
There
She's
you
not going
go,
to kiss
Heather.
or give blowjobs.
I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe I don't know. Maybe one day if I meet the right guy, then
All right.
I'll.
He has
Try it.
he has a urine-free penis.
Maybe take a shower beforehand. Maybe that'll make you feel better. A lot of
Yeah.
couples have cleanliness things. Take a shower and then do it.
Not a bad idea. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. Brie Larson blown away by our callers and their open nature, talking about oral
My
sex.
eyes are like saucers.
Short Term 12 opens tomorrow. That is the 23rd of August. See this movie, people. Support Brie. Very, very talented actress, and she's a star of this movie, which is receiving incredible reviews, and it's getting awards in pretty much every festival it's being shown in. Won the Grand Jury Prize at South by Southwest. That is no small deal. Shortterm12.com, the official website. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the number. We only have one more break of this open forum. Start filling up the lines, people. Emily Morse is here from sexwithemily.com. We're talking to you. This open forum, if you do not give oral sex, for whatever reason, we want to hear about it right now on LoveLine.
Going down is looking up. Purchase masked sexual flavors online at sexualflavors.com and start loving your life.
This is LoveLine.
Anybody's lover, everybody's brother. I wanna be a lifetime friend. Crazy like a rocket, nothing in my pocket. I keep it at the rainbow's end. I never think of money, I think of milk and honey. I'm grinning like a Cheshire cat. I focus on the pleasure, something I can treasure. Can you picture that? Can you picture that? Huh! Oh yeah! Picture, add it to the mixture. Look at you, I got you now. Anyone can do it, there's really nothing to it. It's easy and we all know how. Now the years are changing, nothing rearranging, nothing really where it's at. Now the Eiffel Tower's holding up a flower. I gave it to a Texas cat. Fact is, there's nothing out there you can't do. Even Santa Claus believes in. Break down the walls, believe, begin, be begot. Be a better drummer, be another comer. Can you picture that? Can you picture that? Ha, 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 ha. All of us are winning, picking and a grinning. Lordy, how I love to jam. Jelly belly giggling, dancing and a wiggling. Honey, that's the way I am. I lost my heart in Texas, northern lights affects us. I keep it underneath my hat. Aurora Borealis shining down in Dallas. Can you picture that? Can you picture that? Can you picture? You gotta see it with your mind. Can you picture? It's quick and easy to find. Can you picture? You don't have to buy a frame. Can you picture? Can you picture that? Can you picture that? Use it if you need it. Don't forget to feed it. Can you picture that?
right, we are in the middle of the open forum. We want to talk to you if you don't provide oral sex, but we have to take a moment. Everybody stop what you're doing. Everyone listening to the show, everybody here on the show. Let's put your hands together for a writer, a director, a musician, and an unbelievably talented actress, and she's been a great guest. Our friend now, Brie Larson. She has to go, unfortunately. She's amidst a huge media blitzkrieg for Short Term 12, which opens tomorrow here in Los Angeles. That is the 23rd of August, and there is a lot of buzz around this movie, and it's well-deserved. Brie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I hope to come back soon.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We've had a huge star, very talented actor and actress on this show before they transition into being able. And am I right, Dr. Drew? I mean,
so many. It's
like
ridiculous.
I mean, Michelle Williams. I mean, a lot of come off the top of our head. Like
Almost anyone you name.
huge musicians and these people. They love the show, love coming on LoveLine. Then they become huge
And then
successes,
they never come back.
and they never come back. I hope, I pray that you do not become one of these
I would
people.
love to come back.
Because it's inevitable that you're going to be that next big, huge
That's
celebrity.
very nice.
I'm telling you. So
Maybe you guys are the ones launching these people.
It's because of
probably
the show.
true.
It is.
It's probably true.
It's almost anybody you can name, which is weird.
It's pretty. Remember when Beyonce used to come on the show? Remember that? No,
Yes.
I'm not kidding.
Yes, she
Like,
did.
yeah.
Yes, she did.
And she's
What?
sure not coming back.
And Jennifer Lopez too.
Yeah, sure not coming back.
Oh.
1-800.
Anybody you can name.
Anyway,
That's bizarre.
Again, shortterm12.com, the official website. Thank you so much, Brie.
Thank you.
Go get some rest. We appreciate you coming in.
Have a good night.
Will do. Right now, though, we got to continue with the open forum. So please call us up if you do not give oral sex for whatever reason. And if you're a man or a woman, you do not give oral sex. Tell us why. 1-800-LOVE-191. John, hello.
Hey guys.
Hi, John.
Okay, so I don't give oral sex because I had a bad experience.
What happened?
Well, I'm 24, but when I was 18, it was my first girlfriend, and I wanted to go down on her, so I did, but it smelled really bad.
Okay, you understand that's one vagina.
Yeah, I know it, and I have a girlfriend, and she's great now, and I really want to do it, but I freak myself out.
Okay, that's it. I'm sorry to pardon the pun. You're a giant pussy. Suck it up and go down there.
Just
start,
do it.
Yeah, start now.
That's how you get over it.
Like when I masturbate, like I fantasize about doing it because I want to.
Good, then do it.
Hey,
you're well on your way.
We're not asking you to go bungee jumping off the Space Needle. We're talking about providing oral sex for your lady who you care about. Go do it.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, this is a great time.
All right, I'll do it.
You'll be
All
fine.
right,
You're
you're
going
the
to
man.
survive.
You're
You're a
the man.
survivor, John.
Alicia, hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. And you go.
Yeah, so actually, it's not that I don't give oral sex, it's that I'm hesitant to give oral sex because in the last, I would say, 2 years, I've had a tooth fall out and a tooth chip, and I'm, like, really embarrassed about it.
A tooth
and
fall
I'm
out?
like, afraid that I'm going to hurt somebody, like I hurt my boyfriend. I'm not sure if he even
Time
knows
out.
that that's
35 tooth fall out meth? Drew, what?
No, you'd be surprised what goes on out there. It's not that unusual.
time. And once it happened, I just, like, pulled back a little bit because I'm so embarrassed that I have these two teeth that are, like, disgusting. And I'm just like, oh, my God. I would be so terrified if I ever, like, cut or did anything like that to him.
All right. First of all, if you did, he'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Secondly, from a man's standpoint, that's not an excuse.
I don't care if you have no teeth. In fact, I'd probably prefer it.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Oh, my God.
No, they're not kidding. So please stop that and step it up.
And I have another question, too, Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, one of the things when it first happened, I went through my head was that is it because of the cum that would happen?
What would happen?
That my teeth would decay.
No.
What is wrong with you?
When was the last time you saw a dentist?
No, actually, I saw a dentist right before it happened.
So how did your teeth fall out?
I quit smoking about 3 years ago, so I don't know if it had to do with my heavy smoking before I quit or anything like that. But
How much? Well, hold on. What are you eating?
I'm actually a really healthy eater.
Nope.
What did the dentist say the reason your tooth fell out was?
Well, no, actually, my tooth fell out after I had seen the dentist, so I haven't been back to the dentist since my tooth.
Well, how long had it been before you'd seen a dentist prior to the last time?
Quite a while.
All right. How many years?
Maybe 2 years.
Do you brush your teeth every day?
I have not
Yes, I
seen
do,
a dentist.
I do. You know, I really blame it on the cigarettes.
Okay.
But I'm really not sure. 'Cause I
One
hadn't
thing's for
smoked in a
sure,
couple
it's
years.
not jizz.
That's for sure.
Yeah. It's totally
Okay?
safe.
Because haven't noticed any girls missing teeth in porn.
That's a really good
You know what I'm
point,
saying?
Mike.
Like, Alicia, like, please use your brain before you do you if jizz decayed teeth, there'd be nothing but people walking around the San Fernando Valley with dentures on.
I don't know. That just popped in my head one day. I was like, I wonder if that could be why. But that would be like the most.
I want to vote right now. What's a dumber question? Did jizz cause my teeth to fall out, or is it okay? Is it safe to jizz in the ocean? Remember that one?
Yes, I do remember that one.
So this girl asked if it was safe to have sex in the ocean because she wanted to know if a guy's load would be dangerous to sea life.
To whales.
Yeah. What
Really?
What do you think? Is it on the scales of justice?
The scales are balancing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's balanced.
Caleb, hello. Thank you for calling LoveLine. Why do you not provide oral sex?
Actually, because a couple of my partners that I've been with have actually started their monthly
So?
while I was performing it on them.
Oh, well.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That happens.
And what are you, Fred Mertz? Started their monthly.
Yeah, I
So
know.
they got their
It
period, and it was
Yeah, it grossed me out, and like I threw up and everything. I mean, I'm not afraid to do it. It's just like the last caller, I was hesitant about it.
right.
All
You're
right,
21 years old.
Yeah.
And you've had those experiences, and I understand that can be traumatic, but I would not cut off oral sex for the rest of your life
Yeah.
because that happened to you 2 times.
And by the way, you can.
Because most women
I've had it
haven't
happen to
done-
me, and
Yeah.
I don't understand what the problem is, Caleb.
You just
like
kept going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Why was it
I
that
don't know.
disgusting to you?
I just don't like I don't know if it was just because of what it was, or I just don't like the taste of blood. Like if I get like a cut or something in my mouth. And I
No,
feel
sure.
like
There's that
blood.
zinky kind of metallic taste. I understand that. If you don't like that taste, you choose to stop when that happens. If that does happen again, which is unlikely.
And by the way,
Most
why
women
are you getting a mouthful of blood?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
what do you? Where are you?
These girls have
I know.
flows like
It's not usually like that.
Like that guy who committed suicide on Traces of Death. It's just like a waterfall. Shannon, hello.
Hi, I have a question about birth control or getting the IUD under my parents' insurance without.
Hold on. We'll talk to you later. Yeah.
This is open forum.
Let's see here. Casey, hello.
Hi. Long time listener, first time caller.
Okay.
Before I start real quick, Drew, I want to thank you so much for doing this.
It's my pleasure.
Just doing LoveLine in general. I probably wouldn't have made it through high school if I hadn't been listening to your show.
Wow, about that. Thank you.
So, yeah, thank you so much. I don't give oral because my girlfriend doesn't like it.
Oh, well,
that's a good reason.
That is a good one. And those women are usually multi-orgasmic. They're
She's not, but it just kind of makes her feel uncomfortable, not the stimulation. She loves
Right.
that.
See, I've heard that
That's
too,
the
but
other
I think
reason.
there's a lot of women, especially when early 20s, like I wasn't comfortable with it either.
Yeah,
I didn't.
they
I
feel
thought
like it's
I
too
feel like it's
intimate or
bad.
it's
The guy doesn't really
uncomfortable,
like it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we're insecure.
I think
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
the
of
other
women
reason.
in 2013, in fact, just in Australia today, they released in a class newspaper of a university in Australia, these women putting up their vaginas on the cover of the school newspaper because so many women are seeking surgery to
Exactly.
like get what is perceived to be a nice looking vagina. And I have to say, barring extremes, blue waffle, guys do not care.
I know.
Like all vag is good vag.
I think that's a good message to put out there because there are a lot of women who have insecurities about that. I met a woman last night in New York. She was telling, because she came up to me and said, I saw, Sex with Emily, and she said, I saw your show, and I have to tell you that I don't want my boyfriend watching porn because I don't want him to see all the other vaginas because I don't like my vagina. It makes me really uncomfortable, and I'm so insecure about it, and I want to get a surgery. And I'm like, women,
Wow.
everyone's just got to, you would love your body.
Is she
They're not thinking about it.
postpartum? She had kids?
No, she doesn't have kids yet. She was a young woman.
I think a lot of women really are. They're very. I think maybe it's porn. I don't know
porn.
what it is.
I think it's porn.
But I've seen
Because
girls.
when else did you see
but
that
girls
many
in porn
vaginas?
have nasty vaginas.
Well, no, she's like, they're all so beautiful. They're all so perfect. I'm like, they're all different. They're like snowflakes. Vaginas
Yes.
are all different. But she.
What was
she
that?
sees them
Hello,
differently.
Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi.
Sorry, my friend is in the car with me. Okay, so I'm 19, and when I was a little bit younger and I was just starting to, experiment sexually, I guess. I was really into giving blowjobs. I really liked them because it was the farthest I could go, really, at 15 or 16. And I was really eager about it. And then now that I've had sex, I don't like giving blowjobs. I mean, I feel like I speak for most girls. Like, having a dick jammed down your throat isn't the greatest feeling. And if it's going to lead up to sex, I might as well just skip over the unpleasant part and just have sex.
No, you don't speak for most girls. You speak for most girls who suck.
Yeah. No. But is it because are guys jamming their penises down your throat? Is that what you're saying that's happened to you? Because that's not usually how it goes down.
I mean, I'm 19, so,
Yeah, you're right. Guys do they put your head,
No,
they do the
listen.
head push. They
Here's what
sometimes do at
Danielle's
that
not
age.
getting.
What?
Here's what Danielle's not getting. She thinks that because she's found sex, which is in turn better, I agree, that she can just write off what doesn't provide her any pleasure. She's 19, and when she starts to hit a wall, and she's 30, and guys don't care about her as much because Danielle's probably scorching hot. Like, that's not the way sex works, and you're not speaking for most women. Would I say, look, I definitely like having sex a lot more than I like providing oral sex for my wife, but I still love providing oral sex for my wife. You know why? Because it adds to the overall pleasure of both of us having a great experience. It's another thing to add to the menu. That's like saying, I really want filet mignon, so why even think about having an appetizer? There's no point. I'm coming to this restaurant to get my filet. I'm not even going to think about the crab cakes. Exactly. There's no... No! It makes your meal better.
I give oral sex. Like, I'm not like a monster. Like, I always, like, if I'm hooking up with a guy, like, I will always, give oral sex. I'm just not as eager to do it. And
Then why'd you call? We wanted to talk to people who do not give oral sex.
Because I don't, and also I don't like to receive oral sex. I never, ever, under any circumstance, ever receive oral sex.
Why?
It's because of what you guys were talking about. It's a self insecurity thing.
Send me a picture of your vagina. I'm sure it's beautiful.
Your vagina's fine. Your vagina's completely fine.
It's like, what if it smells, or what if
Well, take a shower.
It doesn't.
Doesn't smell.
It
It's
doesn't.
fine. You would know.
Do you not like oral sex receiving?
She's never had it, right?
No.
Have you had it?
I've definitely had it. It doesn't even feel that great to me.
See, she doesn't like it. When people like it, they overcome all those insecurities.
Or she's 19. Not many. Guys don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, you don't know
up
what
time
you're
to
doing.
their
I
age.
just ate it like it was a sandwich.
Yeah, the guys don't. They do. They don't. The worst is they do it for like 30 seconds, and you're like, "Why did you could have got me a glass of water in that time? Why'd you even 30 seconds
Nine-year-old
do anything?"
males think they're working on an inside-out penis.
I had a girl complain to me.
Right.
I had a girl complain to me when I was 19.
Nice. Yeah.
It was the girl I saw that spun me out when I told you I had a
yeah.
head case.
Yeah.
She was super hot, and I was super into her, and I was young. I was 19. And she's like, you're too rough. You attack it. And I was like, because I want it. You ever see a raccoon get into your trash? That's how I used to eat the dad. 1-800-LOVE-191. Thank you to everybody who called for the open forum. Now we take your calls regarding anything. Emily Morse is here from sexwithemily.com. And we are, again, going to take your calls regarding anything that may be bothering you. This is LoveLine.
This is LoveLine.
LoveLine.
The neat way to dispel the problems of the day for a little while.
Don't worry, we'll be back. LoveLine.
Well, I was just wondering, is it possible to have sex in the ocean? Like, would it
Yes,
feel good and would it work?
It washes away the lubricant pretty quickly, and it might be a little irritating, but it's possible.
I was also wondering, like, does this cause harm to sea creatures? Don't laugh at me.
Why wouldn't I?
That's so mean.
Wait, but you're serious?
Yeah.
Why would it cause harm to sea creatures?
Or how?
It can go up their nostrils and make it hard for them to breathe.
Do you understand that
Fish don't breathe.
And there's the ocean is. Do you understand how much water there is in the ocean?
You don't have to scream at me.
But Charlie, you're 19 years old. You want to think 2 tablespoons of jizz is gonna offset sea life?
Fish don't breathe.
I'm so sorry.
No.
They don't have nostrils.
But it's okay. I'm blown away. I'm actually happy that someone's this concerned for our ecological system. But
Yeah.
Most definitely. I mean, we're all God's creatures, you know?
We have to take math and biology, everybody. Math and biology. That's all I'm saying.
LoveLine.
We are asking you to tell us your sexual pet peeves. Daniel.
Thank you for having me on.
Yes.
My pet peeve would be if a woman tries to be dominant.
Does that
And
include?
honestly,
What if she gets on top? You don't like that, or do you like that?
No.
Don't like that. Okay. There you
Missionary.
go.
All right.
Missionary
Daniel
man.
likes his
So he
women.
likes passive.
Yeah, because I want animals.
Good
We've
evening.
talked about this, Dr. Sometimes
Your
I.
poor wife.
Sometimes when
You
the
like a
lights are off.
beating. You like a beating.
He's like, my wife's an animal.
What do I do with a 2-inch penis? I wisely got a 5'10" wife.
Who's an animal?
Yeah, who I think behaves like a black bear when I'm in bed. I feel like oftentimes, Dr. Drew, let me describe sexual activity in the Catherwood household.
Oh, no.
I feel like my penis is a salmon and my wife's a Kodiak bear.
Basically, he likes to throw the hot dog down the hallway.
That's
occasionally. Is that out of line?
Kodiak bear. No, it's probably the Kodiak batting the salmon around.
Whoa.
There it is. It's a reenactment.
Overload.
Wow.
All right, honey. Here's a belt buckle coming up. Jason, hello. Yeah, it's LoveLine, everybody. 1-800-LOVE-191, the number. We are joined by sex and relationship expert Emily Morse from sexwithemily.com. You know, I have to pause for a second.
Yes.
We took a lot of calls.
We did.
From men and women who complain about giving oral sex. Do you have at least a little bit of information on people to help them out and maybe wanting to give oral sex?
Absolutely. There's a lot of women, and the reason why they don't perform oral sex is because they don't love the taste of semen. They
True.
don't like the taste of semen. It's not their thing. Maybe they have
I'm
bad
not into it
experience
that
with
much.
semen.
My experience, but I mean,
oops. That's
Is this thing on?
That's
Okay, never
another
mind.
show. So I wanted to tell everyone about Mask Sexual Flavors. That's sexualflavors.com. And Mask, it's like those, those breath strips you
Yes.
put when you're bad breath. Yeah, a little
Yes.
strip on your tongue. It is a strip that masks the taste of semen. So it's strawberry, chocolate, watermelon, mango. So the next time you perform oral sex with your partner and you don't want to taste the semen, you put a strip on your tongue. It lasts for at least 20 minutes and it'll taste like a chocolate milkshake. So if that's your issue, get some mask. It's at sexualflavors.com.
The guys can use it too, right?
Totally. Guys can use it too. Absolutely.
There you go.
But, yeah. Guys can
Sexualflavors.com.
do it.
Great little tip there, Emily. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Shannon, hello.
Hi, I'm really nervous. I'm sorry if I sound illiterate.
Don't worry about it. I'm sorry for keeping you on hold so long, but we had to do the open forum. I apologize.
It's all good. First off, I want to say, Dr. Drew, I really appreciate your voice in the media and in the community and really supporting mental health and addiction. And I just, you're kind of eliminating the stigma that's associated with addiction, and I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Shannon. Appreciate it.
Okay, so my question is, I'm interested in getting the IUD, but I'm under my parents' insurance, and I don't want them to know. Is there a way I can get it without them knowing?
Well, you're entitled to completely confidential health care. The problem is how to make sure the billing doesn't come through to them in some way.
Right. Right, that's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, I would. I don't know for sure, but I would think if you worked with your doctor's office, there's a way. Well, first of all, you could pay cash for it. I mean, obviously,
Right.
Maybe just pay cash for the IUD component and have the insurance pay the visit, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other is to work with the doctor's office, see if there's a way that they can sort of not something called an EOB, not send the EOB through, just put the complete amount in.
The EOB for your IUD.
Rather than itemized bill,
Right.
just what the fees
Just
were.
that you
and
went
that's
for a
that.
checkup
Yeah.
and then you take this prescription yourself and you get it filled.
But
and
I
you
would
pay for it.
talk to the doctor. I particularly talk to his billing people ahead of time.
Okay.
His or her. Okay?
Okay, great. Thank
All right.
you.
Good luck, Shannon.
Bye. Bye.
Let's see here. Nick, hello.
Hey,
Hi, Nick.
how's it going, you guys?
What can we do for you?
First of all, I just want to say you guys are awesome.
Thanks,
and
buddy.
Just to get right into it. So, I had a question. Me and my girlfriend are here on a long road trip, and we were curious if we have amazing sex, and we're into anal sex.
Attaboy.
Yeah, right? And we're just curious if too much is bad.
Well, there's concern that it could be. Obviously, if you're causing pain, that's your body telling you you're doing something not so good, right?
Right. No pain, though. Just curious, like, over time. Well, because obviously the first couple times it was, like, super duper tight. And now it's, it's easier and it feels great, to the point
Right.
of orgasm.
I think a rule of thumb is if there's no pain, you're probably okay. But there's lots of potential for anal pathology that people don't think about. Fistulas and tears and fissures. Things can happen normally, let alone when you're traumatized in the area. And my concern is that women, as they age, tend to get a lot of anal pathology anyway. Like in
Anal pathology.
Like in a lot of their 7th and 8th decades, they get prolapses and all kinds of terrible stuff. I wonder if we're going to see more and more and more of that as women age. And they don't have as much muscular mass down there, so they tend to get these kinds of things.
Can you keep your butthole swole and like?
Well, the glutes, it can be the glutes and the pelvic floor muscles. There's just more mass with men.
Ah, that's hot. More muscle mass in my glutes.
So no concern for over time.
I mean, they're 24 years old.
Nick, I just listed a whole bunch of concerns. Did you not hear me?
No. I was going to go into it being too loose and like anal leakage.
Well, if it were just that, that's I'm sure that may be an issue, but that's a lesser concern than the kinds of really significant stuff that starts to happen. Could start to happen. We just don't know. We haven't. This is a big population of people doing this these days, so we'll see.
That's good news.
All right.
All right. Enjoy the butt. Jerica.
Hi.
Hello, Jerica.
Hello. I have issues with tearing during sex.
Ripping and the tearing.
Yes. I actually did talk to a doctor at my school, and they told me, try lube, more foreplay, going slow, playing with myself more, but none of it has worked, and it just seems to get worse.
What is it's getting worse?
She's tearing. So are you tearing after you have is this with one partner, or what's your history of having sex and the tearing? When did it start?
Because I was going with my ex for the past year, and I've told him all these concerns, how I'm supposed to help deal with it, and nothing has helped. And I actually just started up with kind of a friend, and he's pretty rough. So
Then he's not the right.
Hold on a second. It happens every time you have sex?
Every time.
Are you on a birth control pill?
I have I was on the birth control pill for the past 4 years, and I have the next one on in my arm now.
Okay. It may be related to the hormones. And has any doctor tried giving you estrogen hormones or estrogen cream?
No.
Okay. Also, sometimes it can be inflammatory. Have you used corticosteroid creams?
Okay.
You've not tried that either?
No.
Okay, you need to talk to a doctor.
Yeah, and you need to listen to
Yeah, somebody who really knows how to deal with this. This is not that uncommon a problem. There's a book, I'm not sure if it's on LoveLineShow.com, but it's certainly at drdrew.com, called Why Sex Hurts, that gets into all the details of these kinds of problems, all right?
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Chapter 1, Black Penis.
Just Massive C is the title.
1-800-LOVE 191 is the number. By the way, football season's here. Woo! And there's no better place to play your fantasy football than with DraftKings.com. In fact, if you're going to get started with DraftKings.com, now's the time to do it because they have the $1 Million Kickoff Bash. Listen to this. You play for free. That's right, free. You win real cash at DraftKings.com. Enter LOVE with your first pay game and get free entry into the $1 Million Kickoff Bash. That's serious, people. Free entry that could win you thousands just playing fantasy football. Use LOVE, that's love, at DraftKings.com. 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 1-800-LOVE-191's the number. We'll take your calls regarding anything here on LoveLine.
Richer looking, better tasting, more appetizing. Sit tight. LoveLine's coming back. LoveLine.
Our open forum topic is, what do you wear in the bedroom to get sexy? What do you wear? I wear a shirt, Dr. Drew, when I'm having sex because I'm ashamed of my body. Yes. Yes.
Nice.
I like to I like to groom my pubes though, so that like they really highlight the bottom of my t-shirt. You know, it looks like I have like a merkin attached to my t-shirt.
Oh, I see.
Is that, what do you think, Dita? Is that a good look?
A merkin attached to your t-shirt. I'm trying to imagine that, being an expert on merkins here.
Is there like a market, a returning market for the merkin?
Oh yeah,
really?
I love a merkin. I've got an array of merkins in different Swarovski colors.
Oh my! No, time out.
You can't wear them a lot of places. They're
Right.
very illegal.
Illegal?
What?
Why?
They're illegal?
Well, I mean, I use them mostly in France. Because
Wait, why are they illegal?
Because the nudity factor, like you have to, it's technically not underwear, you know. It's,
Right. Oh, okay. So you're saying it's illegal to wear only that?
Well, a merkin is a pubic wig.
Right. I thought you meant it's illegal to wear it like under your clothes, like you could.
No, like on stage, like I
Okay.
can't just like wear
Gotcha.
whip out a merkin. I stick to kind of like classic American burlesque as it was in the 30s and 40s, a pasties and G-string, occasional merkin. But you know, I respect the rules, and there's a lot of
Merkins
rules
were
about
big in the
nudity. Merkins were big in the 30s.
No, that's not. Can't be true.
No, it's true. The G-string was invented in the 30s too for burlesque.
That is
But
fantastic.
a lot of them, well, some women like to put like.
Okay, let me expose my ignorance.
Okay.
Help me understand what the merkin is supposed to
Oh,
do.
well-
I mean, what's the point?
Well, you could. In my show, I make them out of Swarovski crystal, and
That's
it's
so
beautiful. It's
awesome.
like, oh, I have a, you know, it's like the ultimate vajazzling.
I want that badly.
LoveLine.
I was seeing this guy, Neil. We were just talking, and then he was saying, oh, yeah, we should go out to dinner. And I was like, yes, finally, like, time to actually get to know him. And I was, like, fitting him into my schedule for the night. And I had to go stop by a strip club to make some measurements for this tattoo convention that I was help promoting at the time.
What kind of convention?
A tattoo?
Yeah, a tattoo convention.
Whoa. Okay, slow your roll.
Wait, there's so much.
You're
There's so
involved in a
much there.
tattoo convention. Do you work in that industry?
No, I'm actually a caregiver, but the woman's son that I take care of, she's like the head honcho at the strip club. But I have a decent amount of tattoos and friends in the industry, so I was helping her. Okay, this sounds weird.
Yeah.
I was building this, I guess, kind of a gallows, like what you hang people with.
Mm-hmm.
I was building that to hang my best friend from hooks at the convention.
Okay, this is awesome. All right, so you're
Alex,
on a date.
Alex.
Yeah, no, Drew, don't. It's the open forum. There's no possibility we'll ever get back on track.
I'm more interested in how she thought to leave all that out, and then we'd somehow fill that in ourselves magically.
Yeah.
I want to know when she goes on
There's
the date.
so much that she left out about stopping at the strip club to take measurements, and she was taking care of the honcho at the strip club. I mean, she just was. It's like the strobe light was going off while she told these different things.
I know. Dropping bombs all over here, and we still don't know who you went on
And
a
I
date
still
with.
don't know where the date comes
I
in.
have no idea.
I was thinking. We pull up in the parking lot, and I said,
We.
Will you come inside with me and help me? Like, I have to lift a couple heavy things."
Who's the we?
The guy that I was seeing at the time. It was like our first time ever really hanging out with.
Okay, your
each
first
other.
date. Ah, yes. Okay.
And
Go help me with the gallows. Go help me with a couple of beams for the gallows.
this is
and
our
the
first
tinder
date.
hooks
This is our
for my
first
friend.
date.
She can hang her breast from by her breast from the tinder
I'm
hooks.
gonna make a meat hook for my good friend. Can you come into the strip club on our first date and help me carry it?
So I pull up in the parking lot, and I'm like, "Will you please just come inside with me for a little bit? I'm sorry, I have to do a quick errand." And he says, "Oh, I can't go inside because I was seeing 3 of the strippers in there at the same time."
Okay, this is the best.
That's amazing.
That doesn't sound like a disaster. It sounds like he's right up your alley, meat hook woman. That is a first date disaster. Dr. Drew was so blown away by it, he was hitting me. You
I
understand?
thought he was hitting you. That's
He
great.
actually hit me because he
did
couldn't
hit
take
you.
it. One 800-LOVE-191 is the number. I don't want to make this show about like just our friends and personal people. But we gotta have Dave and Krista on the air.
It would be good, right?
Like we have to do like a couples counseling of Dave the King of Mexico and our phone screener Krista.
Yeah.
Because they're amazing. And I mean that. It's not like an overstatement. Like their relationship, the dynamic is amazing. It blows me away. Emily Morse is here from sexwithemily.com. Melvin, hello.
Hi, I'm calling about some relationship advice.
Sure.
Here we go.
You're at the right place.
I joined a online dating, plentyoffish.com.
Plenty of fish.
And I'm, looking at the profiles, and one chick calls me and she wants to start dating. And I assume that, you should start things slow, get to know each other and progress from there.
Sure.
And not one day later, she gives me her phone number, already saying she loves me, she wants to kiss my face and stuff like that. I get the feeling that she's going a little fast. Am I wrong here?
Have you met her?
Not in person, just by phone.
Yeah, this is like maybe catfishing too.
Yeah. Yeah, it might not be the real person. You don't know. It doesn't sound like it's...
Who knows what this is, but it's crazy, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Loser number. Yeah.
Do not proceed.
It's not normal.
That's what I thought.
All right,
Yeah.
good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Plenty of fish is like a big deal, right?
It is a big deal. Plenty of Fish is kind of the hot
Call a
one.
radio show to know that's not real?
I don't know.
No.
I guess
That's not
21.
the
I mean,
I went to smellslikeffish.com. It's a totally different thing, Dr. Drew. It was a complete
mask. You need mask.
Yeah,
you need mask sexual flavors. Yeah, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
There's so many interesting calls. Actually, we
There are a
can
lot of
handle this
interesting
young
calls.
man.
Okay.
Proud young man. Brad, you're 18 years old?
Yes, sir.
What can we do for you, man?
So I'm Sunday night. I'm leaving for boot camp.
What branch of the military?
Marines.
Marines. Good for you, man.
Thank you. And I'm just like, getting nervous like about leaving and all that. Like,
sure,
getting there and like have everything going on.
Sure.
Like wondering if there's like any ways you can like overcome it or whatever.
Overcome what?
I gotta say, Brad,
Anxiety?
for an 18-year-old boy to be going to boot camp in the Marine Corps,
You should be
you
anxious.
should be anxious and nervous.
But they're used to bringing anxious guys in and sort of indoctrinating you. And I mean that in the best sense of the word.
This isn't something that I think you should try to talk yourself out of. This isn't something that is wrong or bad, but it is definitely something that is understandable that you'd be nervous about. You're still just a kid, but I will tell you that. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm not someone who served, and I don't want to make it sound like I did. But I have a lot of close friends, most of them Marines, and they all were scared. They were all anxious, but there was a bit of excitement, and that all went away very shortly. Once they got the feeling and got to know some of the Marines around them in boot camp, it all went away, and then it just became a part of their life, and it molded them into better guys.
Okay.
All right, Brad.
All right, dude.
Thank you, man.
All right, dude. Call us when you get done with boot camp. Let us know how it went.
All right.
All right, dude. Jenny, hello.
Hi.
What's happening?
Okay, so I'm actually calling for my coworker who's listening right now,
Word.
and she's 21, and she was in a situation with a guy really recently who he told her after they had had sex that he was wanting to become a player and that he had another girl coming over to his house the next day.
Okay. So he's an idiot, and
Okay, so she is, this happened about a week ago, and she's been pretty upset about it. So she's been saying to me that she's tired of getting screwed over by guys, and that she wants to, like, turn the script on them and become a player herself and, like, get back at this guy.
yeah, that wouldn't be getting back at anybody.
Yeah, that doesn't work that way.
Yeah, he's a player because that's what he wants to do, not because he's getting back at somebody.
By the way, Jenny, guys who go around telling people they're players are not players.
Yeah.
Like, if he really is getting other girls to come over, either one of two things. They're complete ratchets, or he's lying. Because guys who get a lot of poon and play the field,
hide it.
Yeah.
They don't talk
Quiet
about it.
yeah.
Right.
So this guy's just a colossal idiot. He's just a plain old idiot, and he used your friend and wanted to get rid of her. Okay.
And she's angry right
And
now.
so for her to go out and become more sexual is only going to re-traumatize herself. She's going to do over and over again exactly what that guy did to her. And believe me, the guys are all going to be happy, and she's going to be miserable.
So what advice should I give her?
Stay away from the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, start
She'll
finding.
get over it
Be
and-
careful with her picker. She's attracted to bad guys, so she shouldn't be hanging out with guys that she's super attracted to. Guys that are less exciting, she should take it slow and form relationships with if that's what she wants.
Okay, thanks a lot.
I actually kind of worry about the girl who thinks it's a good idea to try to, like,
Yeah,
Get
she's-
back at him.
well,
revenge
that's
on the
trauma stuff.
Alan, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
So I dated this girl for like a year and a half to 2 years, and then she had cheated on me a total of 7 times during our relationship.
Okay, stop. You're 19.
Yeah.
Okay, then this girl should not be a part of your life. You're 19, dude.
I understand that. I did not find out about those until the last, she broke up with me the 7th time she
Hey,
cheated on me.
Alan, you're 19. Move on.
What is there a question?
Well, no. Okay, so she has been harassing me after I broke up with her for 7 months now.
Oh, well.
She gets a bunch of guys to try to fight me, and she's getting a bunch of, creating a bunch of problems and trying to ruin my life, but I don't know what to do about it.
You get it. Get a restraining order.
Call the cops.
Get a restraining order. If she's actually trying to get guys involved to cause you physical harm, you don't try to be a tough guy. There's nothing wrong. You're not being a wimp.
I'm not trying to be a
I know.
tough
I know.
guy.
I'm saying. I'm
you
telling
bring
you.
the force of God to bear on her.
There's nothing wrong with you. Call the cops, dude. It's ridiculous.
Multiple times, and they just let it go.
Then get a restraining order.
I filed for one, but I haven't heard anything back yet.
Okay, then
You should keep pursuing it. Sometimes with the system, you got to keep.
and Alan, you should be in close contact with an attorney
Yeah.
at this point already. Yeah, because you need to know everything you could do at every angle. You have to be ahead of the game because this woman's she's clearly not stable.
She's disturbed. Yeah, this is not.
Yeah,
this,
she's relentless about
well,
it.
this is stalking behaviors. Again, the second call tonight.
I'm sorry.
Full on stalker.
I'm sorry you have to deal with that, Alan.
Thank you,
But if you've already filed for a restraining order, then also be in contact with an attorney and have that man or woman ready to go at any time and have them giving you advice to be ahead of the game. Okay.
Okay.
All right, dude. Real quick, let's try to work in Anthony's. Oh, I hung up on him.
Good job.
Yeah, it's a way to end the show.
All right.
Anthony was asking, is socially smoking marijuana considered an addiction? And there's no way to answer that
Okay.
question with any drug.
Exactly.
It's all about consequences.
Well,
right, Drew?
What's your family history? Do you have a history of addiction? So do you have that genetic heritage? And have you lost control? And are you having consequences?
Yeah.
And you try to stop and can't. Pretty simple.
Emily, thanks so much.
Great to be
Honestly, it's always great when you stop by.
here. I love being here.
And I wish you the best with your new products.
Thank you. EmilyandTony.com. And you listen to my podcast at sexwithemily.com and follow me on Twitter, Sex with Emily.
You can also find Emily's podcast right next to ours. I mean, literally. On the computer screen. If you go to podcastone.com, podcast one, scroll down, you could see Emily's right there in social events and stuff like, what is it? The category?
Something, but you'll see it.
But right next to the Mike and Dr. Drew podcast is the Sex with Emily podcast.
Right, listen to both of them.
And the new Mike and Dr. Drew podcast is a good one. I think people should
You guys do
check
great
it out.
podcast.
Well, thank you,
Yeah,
Emily.
you're welcome.
Thank you so much. What else did I want to say? Oh, you're coming back on the
I'll
next
be here
LoveLine.
Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll be here Tuesday. It's a big week. It's a big LoveLine week. I'm very excited to be here.
And
Love
next
it.
week, Emily's going to rub massage oil.
I am. Next Thursday night, everyone, I'm rubbing an Emily and Tony candle on you.
And if anybody's listening online or listening on one of our affiliates out there in New England, Dr. Drew, you're going to be there with the Ace Man.
Yeah, Hampton Beach tomorrow, and then Boston Saturday, and then Sunday, Rhode Island.
Fan-freaking-tastic. That's
Before,
awesome. All right, everybody. Thanks for another great week of LoveLine. I love you all. And remember, in this crazy mixed up world that makes you think that nobody cares, we do. Be good.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on LoveLine are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station.
LoveLine.
LoveLine is produced by Ann Ingold. Engineered by Anderson Cowan. Executive producer